One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Tulane Green Wave, Human Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Memphis Tigers, squaring off with another team from the American, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Tulane's offense will get first crack at it today. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So Memphis offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Lewis wants to pass. Right on the money.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get to you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
And the Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the right. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyways. So it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
It'll be 3rd and long. Lewis to throw. Got his man on the right. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rates, some revolutions on that one.
Want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
To the air on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick, it's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Rushes on him. Makes the catch. It's Smith. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hayes. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Hayes. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
That's caught. It's Bohannon. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
3rd down is a big factor in games. It's something I know this offense in particular practices often throughout the week, but they just haven't been able to get it done so far in this game on these critical downs. That time, quarterback can't link up with his guy, and they've got to find a better way of being more efficient on 3rd.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Complete to start this drive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Lewis wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Smith. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it inside the 30. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Well, I know that's not exactly how the offensive coordinator drew that one up, guys, but how about Johnny on the spot doing a great job concentrating? The ball gets deflected, but he's somehow able to reel that thing in, come up with a big play for his offense.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. First without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Memphis! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Preston. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Tulane now facing 3rd and forever. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
In that 3rd and long situation, you'd like to see your quarterback have a plan. You know that they may dial up the blitz, so you've got to know where your answers are. Where's your hot route? Where's your sight adjust? Where can you get rid of the football if they bring an extra guy and the offense didn't look like they were ready for it?
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Catches it at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Lewis to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Hawkins. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Cross. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Smith takes the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Off play action. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And 3rd and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big 3rd down stop.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in, it's Reed. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. Looking for room at the 40. There he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Preston.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
The Green Wave with plenty of options here on second and short. Off the play fake. Looking for a huge play. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Quarterback on the keeper. Short gain on the play before he slides.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
Yeah, when he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Reed. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Preston. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Tulane! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they tacked on the extra point. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Lewis wants to pass. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They want to run this quarterback. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. The screen, and watch out. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Direct snap. Oh, he's got a chance. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back gets to give. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Mobley. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
The give is to Smith. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Still on his feet at the 45. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Memphis just keeps moving the chains on this drive. They're set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
So now it's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. You could win a lot of trivia challenges if you ask how long's it been since Memphis had a losing season. They've reeled off 11 straight winning campaigns, and Ryan Silverfield does it without big-time recruits.
No, but he has got great balance on offense. Very, very creative on that side of the football. And over the years, whoever's been the head coach and play caller, that's one thing they've seemed to do. They're a very, very tough out year in, year out.
Explosive offense. That's what you always expect. No matter who plays, come and go, these offenses are always fun to watch, high-flying, and put up a bunch of points.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it from the gun. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Well, obviously, the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Pressure coming, and the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Lewis wants to pass. Quickly complete. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Memphis will be forced to punt. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reed. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Yeah, and when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Tulane to the line, facing second and short. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end, and they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Tight end finds a soft spot. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yulman Stadium.
About to start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Nothing too exotic about that blitz right there. That's just the middle linebacker coming right up the middle of the field in the teeth of that offensive lineman. Nobody accounted for him, and he gets home.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Lewis to throw. Finds his man. It's Cross. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. Snags it down the right side. Open spaces. Touchdown, Tigers. They take the lead with the 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Got it behind the line. It's Mobley. It's a fumble. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. I don't know if it was luck. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today. No doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback gets the 1st down. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the 1st down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Lewis wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Got a man. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. On 1st and goal, let's see if Memphis can get it in the end zone. Motion from the wideout. Using his feet. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Under fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down, now they're staring at 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it, and he had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Lewis to throw. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. It gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great, but I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Setting up the screen. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hayes. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. And it's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Looking downfield. Found the spot in the defense. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Reed. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Now on 2nd down. The play action fake. Going for 6. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They march 78 yards down the field, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Lewis wants to pass. Complete to the left. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's cross. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And that's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Tight end now in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires left. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
No need to get too cute there or overly creative. Just push the ball forward and get the first down.
I completely agree. I hate when people get creative. Just easy money, downhill, run the QB, get the first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Bohannon. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got his man. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra sauce on it.
Quick release by the QB. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wants to throw it. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Tulane! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Caught over the middle. It's Cross. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done, though.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Lewis to throw. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Hawkins. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the fourth, a chance to move on top with a score.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Bohannon. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Bohannon. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Grabbed behind the line, it's Hayes. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Green Wave! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Lewis wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And they're not on the same page there. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. That last catch puts him over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Reese, this defense has no answer for this guy. And it doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's run or who's been covering him. They just can't stop him.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Memphis! They move on top here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They just can't seem to cover this guy. He keeps getting open, even when he's running out of space on the sideline.
Yeah, running out of space, they're still going to feature him. They see the matchup, and look at the balance and the coordination and just knowing where I'm out on the field to get the feet inbounds and secure the catch. What a play and what a day for this young man.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Catch in the middle. It's Reed. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Might as well give it to him again. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Bohannon. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Bohannon. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate, and late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Looking down the middle. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. To the ground with the back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Lewis to throw. Here's the pressure. He's got him wide open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
They go to the draw. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job on first down. Great job on second down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Rides the back on the option, the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up, David.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that mattered with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Lewis wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Yeah, and it fell incomplete because you did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes a grab past the marker. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the ground. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the heat. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football, I got the lead, the clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense have to understand the situation, have to understand I got to get to the ground. I can make sure I don't fight for extra yards. I make sure I don't fumble, costly fumble.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Tulane comes to the line needing less than a yard on third down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Bohannon. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
The Green Wave trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
Yeah, we don't have many plays left. You know, the clock winding down, we got to make something happen. These kind of plays are just crippling. They will absolutely ruin what chance you have to push the ball down the field later on and save timeouts. And so we got to get that engine going here.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Preston. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. 4th down, picking up the first, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reed. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Man, this quarterback now has thrown for almost 450 yards. That is a lot of throws. That's a lot of success, just chewing up yards left and right. Have a day, young fella.
To the air on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hayes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Bohannon. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.